Right, shifting our focus now, Russia has unleashed a firestorm across Ukraine a day after President Vladimir Putin sent out a strong message saying that Ukrainian deep strikes will not force Russia into the negotiating table and make them look weak. Despite President Putin, admitting to a crunching fuel crisis in Russia, he maintains that Moscow's conditions for a deal are still non-negotiable. Our next report tells you what's been happening on the ground. Take a look.
In conditions of a catastrophic personnel shortage, Ukraine's armed forces apparently believe this could be a salvage for them. But salvaging the Kyiv regime is not part of our plans. At the same time, we treat every proposal coming from that side with close attention. I say this without any irony. Russian President Vladimir Putin sent out a strong signal to Ukraine and its Western allies. Saving the Kyiv regime is no more Russia's plan. A day later, Moscow has unleashed a new missile and drone blitz across Ukraine, rejecting Ukraine's call to halt long-range strikes. Windows smashed, doors blown out. These images of a gutted passenger minibus struck by a Russian drone in Zaporizhia is a stark reminder of aerial assaults. Are far from over. For the people scrambling for cover, it was a nightmare in a broad light.
I heard an FPV, first-person view drone, buzzing in the distance, but I didn't pay attention. There was an explosion. I immediately was in panic. All the airbags deployed. I was covered by the airbags. Then, when I opened my eyes, there was a minibus in front of me. Drone hit its rear door, the upper right corner.
While Zelensky has accused Moscow of terrorism and killing its civilians, Russia has maintained that it never strikes civilians or civilian-related infrastructure. Ukraine, on the other hand, is not backing down. Its deep strikes over the last few months have left Russia grappling with major fuel crisis. An admission to this effect has been made by President Vladimir Putin. This is for the first time he has detailed about the extent to which Ukraine's deep strike has hampered Russia's fuel production. As I already said, there is damage, but all damaged facilities are repaired fairly quickly, and any problems that arise are not critical. Everything is functioning reliably and with a large safety margin. As both sides struggle with energy crisis, Putin has hardened his stance, saying strikes won't force Russia into talks from weaker position and that the conditions for a Ukraine peace deal are non-negotiable. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
The growing bonhomie between US President Donald Trump and the Syrian President Ahmad al-Sharaa has perhaps hit its first real sticky wicket: how to deal with Hezbollah. For the first time in years, Israel, Syria and Lebanon's new leadership appears to share a common goal, and that is curbing Hezbollah's military power. That rare alignment has fueled speculation about a new regional security equation. But it has also sparked talk of a possible three-front offensive. Under the scenario, Israel would press from the south, the Lebanese army would move from the north, and the Syrian forces would advance through the Bekaa Valley from the east, leaving Hezbollah surrounded. Earlier this month, Donald Trump had said that Syria could take the lead against Hezbollah if Israel could not finish the job. Listen in.
And I suggested to Israel to let Syria take care of Hezbollah. Because to be honest with you, I think they do a better job of doing it.
Now, Trump's remarks perhaps also sent a message to Iran that Washington has no intention of pushing the Hezbollah issue to the back burner, even as it pursues broader regional diplomacy. But al-Sharaa swiftly distanced himself from the idea. The Syrian president insisted that Damascus wants to end the conflict and not open a new front in Lebanon. According to reports in the Arabic media, for a country emerging from 14 long years of civil war, al-Sharaa's priority is likely to focus on reconstruction, foreign investment and economic connectivity instead of another military campaign. That difference in priorities has perhaps exposed the first real strain in the Trump-al-Shara understanding. While Washington sees Hezbollah as an urgent security challenge, Damascus perhaps believes that stability is the key to Syria's recovery. According to Arabic media reports, to rebuild the country, Syria's leaders need investment, which obviously comes from stability. Now, in this context, they claim disarming the Hezbollah next door without disorder and bloodshed is a Syrian priority. Now, this three-way military option that they claim has not been ruled out completely. If diplomacy fails, a coordinated operation involving Israel, Lebanon, and Syria could still emerge. And there is historical context to this. Remember, Syria's military left Lebanon back in 2005 after a 30-year occupation. So for now, the White House appears to prefer a diplomatic outcome, while al-Shara remains focused on rebuilding Syria rather than fighting Hezbollah. Japan is battling a shadow war in its boardrooms, research labs, computer networks, and shipping routes. The country's biggest secrets are now reportedly becoming prime targets for foreign spies, technology smugglers, and international crime syndicates. From stealing Japanese industrial secrets to illegal AI chip transfers and fentanyl trafficking, Tokyo reportedly believes that a silent war is already underway. And now, Japan is taking measures, both to safeguard itself as well as striking back. According to a Bloomberg report, Japan believes that the next battlefield is economic espionage. Officials say that spies are targeting advanced technology, sensitive business information, and critical supply chains. Recent cases have reportedly exposed how foreign networks are operating inside and around Japan. Investigators have uncovered attempts to steal Japanese industrial secrets from companies. Authorities, in fact, have also traced routes used to smuggle advanced NVIDIA artificial intelligence chips to China through Japan. Another investigation linked Japanese connections to illegal fentanyl exports that ultimately led to America's deadly opioid crisis. The spy threat is not limited to corporate offices. Remember, reports claim that Japan's self-defense forces unknowingly used USB drives infected with malware linked to China, raising concerns over cyber espionage and military security. Now, these cases have reportedly convinced Tokyo that foreign actors see Japan not only as a target, but also as a gateway for covert operations. To counter these threats, Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi is launching a powerful new investment screening body. This new panel will reportedly closely examine foreign investments that could threaten Japan's national security. Authorities will also have wider powers to investigate investments linked to foreign governments and state-controlled companies. Takaichi has repeatedly warned that China remains a major economic security challenge for Japan. She has also claimed that China's influence over global supply chains combined with its intelligence laws raises concerns for countries that are trying to protect sensitive technologies. But Japan says that the threat is bigger than any one country. Cyber attacks reportedly continue to target Japanese networks from across the world. Investigators say that many hackers hide behind fake digital identities and IP addresses, making it extremely difficult to trace the real source of an attack. Tokyo's biggest concern now is reportedly that thousands of small firms, which power Japan's manufacturing sector, may not have the resources to stop the next spying attempt before valuable technology disappears.